Okay, so um, I'm receiving downloads right now, which is really exciting because I have been on a spiritual journey um, through recovery from drugs and alcohol. At the beginning of my journey, I asked the Lord Jesus Christ to give me peace in my mind and joy in my heart, and those are the exact words that I used. And I asked for those specific words because I knew that it was going to be my last shot at recovery. I was going to try my hardest to see if I could actually do it or if I was actually going to just give in to the addiction and just let myself fade away into nothingness and eventually out of here. But deep down inside, I have always known that I was meant for more. There's always been something inside of me that knew I was meant for more. And simply because um, basically everything I gave my all to, I was always the best at. I was always the best at, but I was so misunderstood. I felt so alone throughout my life. I felt so misunderstood. I was always um, like singled out in a way. Um, I always felt like less than. I always felt like I didn't measure up. Um, and so I retreated into self basically. But in those times, I threw myself into things like sports because I had a natural athletic ability that I recognized at a very young age. I had a drive in me that was different than others, but you know when deep down inside you know that you're meant for more. And I think a lot of people have that feeling, but like the Bible says, many are called, few are chosen. Few answer the calling. Um, and so, anyways, um, through this journey, I suffered basically, real quick backstory. I suffered with addiction for the better part of 20 ish, 25 years. I hate to say 25 years of my life, but that's the truth. And yeah, I spent 25 years trying to stop. And I would have periods of sobriety and I would do well when I was alone, but shortly after I would get the sobriety, a new partner would come into my life, or I wasn't doing all the things it took to sustain the sobriety. Um, and I also believe that I hadn't learned all the lessons. I hadn't suffered. I hadn't gone as low as I was meant to go. I do believe that a lot of us chosen ones, there are certain depths that we have to go to in order to be able to touch others that are at those depths. And it has to be a wide range, okay? Um, from everything from one end of the spectrum to the other, let's just put it that way. I'm not going to get into detail, but from being personally, physically violated to things like being held against your will, things like being exploited, things like using your body to survive, homelessness, that's an easy one, um, narcissistic abuse, and that's a huge one because those people are so close to us. They're hard to let go. You don't want to believe that the people closest to you are the ones that are actually creating your demise. Um, so, real quick, I don't have like a big fancy setup. I'm not a big YouTuber. I just have to get these channeled messages out because during this ascension in my spiritual journey, I have spent a lot of time alone and in connection with the divine, in deep meditation, contemplation, prayer, reaching out to my angels, ancestors, the ones that are helping me have the intuitive nudges, chosen ones, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But so what I've been going through very, very heavily lately, and something triggered a thought pattern, And once the thought pattern was triggered, I started getting these quick, fast downloads, and I wrote some of them down. But um, so I have been dealing a lot lately with people who see the light that shines within me and is so threatened by my um, self love, my independence, my self assuredness. Um, but see, I tell them little bits and pieces. These are like coworkers, for instance. It's been happening a lot at work. And um, the last instance, the last interaction that really triggered me was so devastating that I felt my vibration drop. I felt myself being triggered. I felt myself at a lower state that I have not experienced since I've been on this journey. And it was devastating. And being a person in recovery, I do have a codependent tendency. I have an addictive, obsessive, compulsive nature. And so it is very, very crucial that we break those chains by spending time alone, feeling feelings, being okay with things happening around us. But through all of this, we gain so much emotional maturity. And I did break the codependent cycle by being okay with being alone, but being confronted by such a strong force of codependency from another person um, really triggered what I thought I had put to rest. But this one person attacked all areas of my life. And so, real quick, I just wanted to go over the downloads that I was getting. Now, these people, see, the devil, if you feel like you've always been in relationships that have not been equal give and take, and you feel like you've always wanted nothing just to be loved, so you've given the love that you should have been giving to yourself to that other person. If you feel like you did everything you could to make these relationships work, but they always were abusive, destructive, resulted in trauma bonding, resulted in unplanned pregnancies because this person is trying to latch themselves onto you. But really, it's the devil. He's trying to stop your purpose. He knows that you have a huge purpose, a calling on your life that is so big that he's been attacking you since childhood. If you've been abused from a young age or at a young age and have suffered with the effects of the abuse throughout your life, and the suffering has manifested itself in so many different ways because emotional abuse, physical abuse, mental abuse, it sticks with us. And we are not yet at an age to be able to process this stuff and understand that the problem wasn't us. We didn't do anything to deserve it. The problem was with the other person, which demons, the devil, however you want to put it, was working through. Um, and so it takes years to get out of stuff like that. And I was a person like that, was abused at a young age, suffered very greatly at a young age because my mother was from a third world country. And so we were in poverty. And when you're in poverty, you get subject to things that normally society, you shouldn't be subject to. Babysitters who shouldn't be babysitting. Boyfriends in the picture of our parents, mom or dad, having a boyfriend or a girlfriend that's crazy, abusive. Just lower vibrational things happen in poverty. But anyways, so the downloads were, so the devil's gonna come and disguise himself in friends, lovers, family members, co-workers, people who are closest to you because your guard is down. Um, and one person can affect many different things. Now, having this one person in my life who was a coworker, um, affected my car, started acting up. A brand new car. I've only made 3 payments on it. It's been acting up. After I just got the muffler replaced, there was nothing wrong with the car. Now it seems like it's going to stall out all the time. And it's just been really messed up. So that's affecting my movement. This one person who I let have my body caused an illness in me. And yeah, so that's affecting my health, my overall health and my ability to do my day-to-day things that need to get done. um Home, I came to my home, and the the keyhole was tampered with in a way that should not have been. I just noticed that the way I put my key in, it was really hard to get the key in the hole, and that should not happen. It's never happened. It slides right in, right back out, no issues. So there's some stability there that they're attacking, and my comfort. My safety net, the place that I feel safest, is in my home. Um, but you will start to see that people will see this light in you, and the devil will come in the form of a boss. I've had my boss attacking me. She was new at the job, okay, and I had been at the job for a year and a half before she even showed up, and for some reason she acts so jealous of me. She feels like I should change who I am. Basically, what the way that she acts is like I should change who I am because she doesn't feel comfortable with me being who I am. Me being as outspoken and self assured and smart and confident. It's mainly my confidence. And so she started writing me up. I mean, day after day after day after day. And finally, I had to look her in her face and I said, "There's nothing you can do to make me think that I am not who I know I am. I'm confident. I know what I'm doing. I know, my job, and nothing you can do is going to change that. I know that I'm an asset no matter where I go, and that's never going to change." And so, but in other supervisors, HR, everybody was aware of the situation, but nobody is stopping it. So, yeah, I kept getting wrote up day after day after day. And the main boss above her happens to like me. So those write ups never really went anywhere, but she was continuously attacking me every day. And then she nitpicks at every little thing I do. When I know so much more than her, I'm the one that's feeding her the information that she's taking to the head boss and looking like she knows what she's talking about or she knows what she's doing when really the information's coming from me. And then she turns around on the back end and makes me look like I'm inferior. I don't know what I'm doing. I need to be micromanaged, and that's just not the case. And it seems like an inferiority complex, but that's just another way that the devil is constantly attacking. And then it comes in the form of other new coworkers who or have only been there a month and a half, 2 months, and see the light shining within me, see the confidence that I have that they don't have. And so they're going around to every person that I talk to. Now, for my job, I move around all day. And so my job is quality. I go to every line and make sure that the products being made are made to standard. And so, me being there for as long as I've been there, of course, I have a good rapport with these people. They like my positivity. I like their positivity. We have an exchange of mutual positive energy, right? And so, a new girl got hired, and she did not like um, my positive energy. And I told her a little bit about my story, but after a couple days, I started noticing that she would make little side comments to me, basically trying to make me feel like I don't deserve to be in the position that I'm in because of what I've been through. And, that was really crazy to me because who are you to just show up here and think that I shouldn't be who I am because it doesn't make you comfortable? It's another way of the devil working through others. Now, here's the thing. Um, you're going to go through times of loneliness, and it's going to get very lonely. Why? Because that's the only way that God can prevent the devil working through other people. And that's what I'm coming to realize. Why, God? Why do I have to be alone? How come everybody else can find somebody else and I can't find anybody? I deserve somebody. I'm honest. I'm loyal to a fault. All I want is to give all this love that I have inside to somebody and get it in return. Why am I not worthy? Just not understanding. And it just came to me. That's why. Because the devil can work through anybody. Um, and people will change. They will change the people that are closest to you. Um, and I've had to cut off really close friends because they're always constantly trying to make me seem like I don't know what I'm talking about. The wisdom I've gained is from all of the hard work and dedication that I've put into my recovery, into understanding my subconscious mind and how it works and how to control it and how to beat out these negative thoughts that are coming in. And which, by the way, you can't beat negative thoughts, you have to replace them. So if you don't know that, and you have to take the initiative to step out of the victim mentality and say, I deserve better and I want better. And every time a negative thought is going to come into my mind, I'm going to replace it with a positive one. That's the only way that it can be done. Stop being comfortable with being the victim and be comfortable with being the person you were always meant to be. Because everything and everyone that told you that you're not who you know yourself to be was a liar. It was the devil. So when you come into these situations, the only way to defeat the devil and to stay in your high vibration and to continue on your path, because your path will be revealed. You don't have to worry about what turn to take next. It's going to come to you, and it's in the form of your intuition, and that is how you communicate and keep your vibration high with with the divine, with God, with your angels and ancestors, everyone that's directing you to be where you're supposed to be. And really, our path is to lead others in the same direction, to take the ones that have been told that they are not and show them that they are. And that's what I believe, okay? So you have to just simply stop interacting with these individuals because they're going to feed off of your energy. They're going to say, oh, this person who shines so bright is giving me all this attention, which fuels their fire, which fuels their energy, which you'll start noticing people start working harder around you. People get happier around you, happier by making you feel bad. They'll see you low and it gives them energy. That is called an energy vampire. That is somebody that is sucking the life force out of you and is winning because you are reacting to their behavior. You have to stop reacting. You have to stop giving them any form of attention. Do not make eye contact with them. Do not involve yourself in any type of conversation. Act like you don't even see them. That is the only way. And they're going to make up things about you, and they're going to spread lies and rumors and do whatever they can to get a reaction out of you. And your one and only job is to not react. That is how you cut off the devil. But yeah. So that's basically what I got for right now. My name is Marianne, and I am an addict in recovery. I believe that I have been chosen, and I am on my path to my destiny. And I hope that anybody that finds this message can get on their path too. I will be posting more videos because I know that this is what God wants me to do. How many people see it, I don't really care. If it helps one person, that is my goal. Actually, my goal is to be able to go live. So I gotta get hit 50 subscribers, so now I have to push out these messages. But thank you for anybody that's listening to this whole video. I really appreciate your time, and yeah, have a blessed day.